Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in the world, didn't get there by accident. He built his fortune of over $100 billion using some powerful leadership strategies that anyone can apply. But here's the kicker. Most of these strategies are not what you'd expect. They aren't about being the smartest person in the room or making bold moves every day. In fact, Buffett's methods are often the exact opposite of what modern business culture pushes. Did you know that Warren Buffett reads about 500 pages a day? That's like reading a full book every single day. Or that he turned down over $100 billion in potential deals just because they didn't align with his principles? These aren't just numbers. They're lessons in leadership that can change the way you think about success. In this video, we'll dive into 6 key leadership lessons that can help you grow in any area of your life, from managing people to making smarter decisions. If you think you already know everything about Warren Buffett, think again. These insights are a game changer. Stick around to learn how patience, integrity, and a little curiosity can take you further than you ever imagined. Chapter 1. The Power of Patience. Mastering the art of long-term thinking. Warren Buffett's success is often credited to one key trait: patience. While others chase short-term gains, Buffett plays the long game. His approach to investing, famously known as buy and hold, emphasizes waiting for the right opportunity and letting investments grow steadily over time. This strategy isn't just for investing, it's a leadership lesson. As a leader, patience means trusting the process and not rushing into decisions. Buffett's principle of long-term thinking is supported by research. A study by Morningstar showed that long-term investors significantly outperform short-term traders, who often overreact to market fluctuations. In fact, Buffett once said, "The stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient." Leaders can adopt this mindset by focusing on sustainable growth rather than quick fixes. Patience is also about resilience in the face of challenges. Buffett faced countless market downturns, but he remained calm and stuck to his strategy. For leaders, the ability to stay focused during tough times is crucial. A leader who gives in to pressure or changes direction too quickly can lose their team's trust. Think about how great companies are built, over years, not months. Patience in leadership fosters innovation, as employees feel more comfortable experimenting and taking risks when they know their leader won't overreact to every mistake. It creates an environment where sustainable success can flourish. Buffett's approach is proof. He's often said, "The best thing I did was to choose the right people and then leave them alone." This trust in long-term outcomes extends beyond business decisions. In personal leadership, taking the time to build strong relationships can lead to better collaboration and productivity. When you show patience with your team, you're investing in them for the long haul. Leaders who embrace this mindset understand that true growth takes time. Chapter 2. The Circle of Competence. Knowing what you don't know. Buffett has always been clear about one thing. Knowing what you don't know is just as important as knowing what you do. He often talks about his circle of competence, which is simply the areas where he feels knowledgeable and confident. He avoids venturing into sectors outside this circle, relying on experts when necessary. This is a critical leadership lesson. Leaders should know their strengths, but they should also recognize their weaknesses. In Buffett's own words, "I'm no genius, but I am smart in one way. I stay within my circle of competence." He doesn't pretend to be an expert in everything, and that's what makes him successful. Leaders can learn from this approach by acknowledging their limits and seeking help when they need it. Delegation is key in this strategy. By sticking to what they know and relying on others for expertise in unfamiliar areas, leaders can build stronger, more effective teams. For instance, Buffett relies heavily on his team of managers at Berkshire Hathaway, allowing them to handle day-to-day operations while he focuses on the bigger picture. This shows trust in others and an understanding of when to step back. This concept is particularly important in a world where industries and technologies are rapidly evolving. Leaders today face challenges outside their traditional expertise, from AI to cybersecurity. Buffett's lesson here is clear. Don't try to be an expert in everything. Embrace your strengths, but always be ready to consult those who know more. In fact, research from the Harvard Business Review supports this strategy. A study found that leaders who know their limits and surround themselves with skilled advisors are more likely to succeed. This is why Buffett has never hesitated to build a team of highly capable individuals around him. It's a strategy that every leader can adopt to build a foundation of success. Leaders who are open to learning from others and aren't afraid to admit when they don't know something will naturally foster an environment of growth. It encourages employees to step up and share their expertise, which ultimately leads to better decision-making. Understanding what you don't know is just as important as mastering what you do. Chapter 3. Unwavering Integrity. Leading with a reputation of trust. Integrity has always been at the heart of Warren Buffett's leadership style. He often says, "It takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it." This is why he has worked so hard to build a reputation of trust, not just within his company but across the entire business world. For leaders, integrity isn't just about making the right decisions, it's about consistently doing the right thing, even when no one is watching. Research shows that trust is the cornerstone of effective leadership. A study from the University of Southern California found that leaders who are perceived as trustworthy inspire greater loyalty, engagement, and performance from their teams. When employees trust their leaders, they're more likely to go the extra mile and contribute to the company's success. Buffett's reputation for honesty is well known. He once turned down a lucrative offer to buy a company because the deal didn't align with his values. This level of transparency builds confidence, both internally and externally. When leaders act with integrity, they set a standard for the entire organization. Another powerful aspect of integrity is accountability. Buffett holds himself accountable for his decisions, both good and bad. In fact, he's famously transparent about his mistakes. "I make mistakes. I've made some pretty big ones, and I'll make more in the future," he admits. Acknowledging mistakes is an important part of maintaining integrity. It shows authenticity and vulnerability, which are crucial traits for any leader. Leaders who lead with integrity also create a culture where ethical behavior is valued. This encourages employees to follow suit, knowing that their actions are aligned with the company's values. It's not just about avoiding unethical practices, it's about fostering an environment where doing the right thing is the default. Buffett's approach is also rooted in simplicity. He doesn't complicate matters with fancy language or hidden agendas. He keeps his promises and expects the same from those around him. Leaders who operate with clarity and honesty are able to foster a sense of trust that lasts, even through difficult times. If you're enjoying these lessons, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss a new video on powerful leadership strategies like these. Chapter 4. The Power of Delegation. Letting others take the lead. Warren Buffett's leadership style is a masterclass in delegation. He's often said, "I don't try to make decisions for people, I give them the tools and let them go." This philosophy has allowed him to scale his company, Berkshire Hathaway, to incredible heights. By trusting his managers and giving them autonomy, Buffett creates a culture of ownership and accountability. Delegation is not just about offloading tasks, it's about empowering others. Leaders who delegate effectively allow their teams to thrive. Research from Gallup shows that employees who feel empowered are more engaged and perform better. In other words, when you give your team the freedom to make decisions, they become more invested in their work. Buffett's ability to delegate comes from his trust in his people. He hires leaders who are already experts in their fields and trusts them to run their businesses. His leadership team at Berkshire Hathaway is known for its independence, and that's no accident. Buffett recognizes that the best leaders are those who are capable of making decisions without constant oversight. The key to successful delegation is communication. It's important to set clear expectations and provide the right tools, but then step back. Micromanaging can stifle creativity and innovation. In fact, studies have shown that leaders who micromanage see a drop in employee satisfaction and performance. The more you trust your team, the more they will rise to the occasion. Delegating responsibilities doesn't mean abandoning your team. It means providing guidance, being available for support, and ensuring that your team has the resources they need. Buffett is known for being very hands-off with his managers, but he's always there when they need advice or help. It's this balance of independence and support that makes his approach to delegation so effective. Leaders who delegate also build strong relationships with their teams. When employees feel trusted, they're more likely to take initiative and think critically. This leads to better problem solving and innovation. Leaders who delegate empower their teams to take risks, experiment, and grow. Chapter 5. Risk Management. Turning uncertainty into opportunity. Warren Buffett's approach to risk is often misunderstood. While he's known for being cautious, he's also an expert at managing risk and turning it into an opportunity. Buffett has said, "Risk comes from not knowing what you're doing." In other words, risk is not about the unknown, but about the lack of preparation and knowledge. Leaders can learn from this mindset by understanding that risk is part of any decision. A study by the Harvard Business Review found that leaders who take calculated risks are more likely to see higher rewards. The key is to take risks with a clear understanding of the potential outcomes. Buffett's strategy for managing risk is to thoroughly research and understand the situation before making a decision. This applies to both investments and leadership decisions. He believes that knowledge is the best tool for mitigating risk. Leaders can adopt this strategy by gathering as much information as possible before taking action. An example of Buffett's risk management strategy is his decision to buy large, stable companies with a history of steady growth. While others might shy away from these investments, Buffett sees the value in companies that provide long-term stability. This is a strategy that works not only in investing but in leadership. Leaders who focus on stability and steady progress are often more successful than those who chase short-term gains. In leadership, managing risk also involves knowing when to act and when to wait. Buffett is known for his patience, and this extends to his approach to risk. He's often willing to wait for the perfect opportunity, rather than rushing into a decision. For leaders, this means avoiding impulsive decisions and focusing on long-term goals. Risk management is not just about avoiding failure, it's about positioning yourself for success. Buffett's approach teaches leaders to embrace uncertainty, but with a calculated plan in place. Leaders who understand risk management are better equipped to navigate challenges and capitalize on opportunities when they arise. Chapter 6. Endless Curiosity. Lifelong learning as a leadership secret. Warren Buffett's hunger for knowledge is one of the most striking aspects of his leadership style. He spends about 80% of his day reading and learning. He's said, "The more you learn, the more you earn." For Buffett, learning is not a one-time event, it's a lifelong pursuit. This curiosity has been a key factor in his ability to adapt to changing markets and technologies. The importance of continuous learning in leadership cannot be overstated. A study by the Center for Creative Leadership found that leaders who embrace lifelong learning are more effective in their roles. In today's fast-paced world, where industries are constantly evolving, staying informed is crucial for leaders who want to stay ahead of the curve. Buffett's commitment to learning extends beyond business. He reads books on a variety of topics, from history to science. This broad range of knowledge allows him to think outside the box and approach problems from different angles. Leaders who make learning a priority are better equipped to tackle complex issues and inspire creativity within their teams. One of Buffett's favorite activities is reading company reports, which helps him stay informed about the businesses he invests in. He's always looking for new ways to improve his understanding of the world. For leaders, this means making time to read, research, and stay curious about both their industry and broader trends. Buffett's curiosity also drives his openness to new ideas. He's known for seeking out diverse perspectives and learning from others. This willingness to listen and adapt is a vital leadership skill. Leaders who stay curious are more open to innovation and are better positioned to drive change within their organizations. Finally, Buffett's approach to learning teaches us that success is not just about what you already know, but about your ability to continuously grow. Leaders who embrace lifelong learning inspire their teams to do the same. This creates a culture of growth and development, where everyone is encouraged to improve and innovate. As Buffett often says, the best investment you can make is in yourself. By prioritizing curiosity and ongoing learning, leaders can unlock new opportunities for themselves and their teams. It's a strategy that not only fuels personal growth but also drives organizational success. In a world that's always changing, Staying curious is one of the most powerful tools a leader can have. If you found these insights valuable, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell for more leadership tips and strategies. Stay curious and keep growing.